Hi friends, welcome to Factorial second class. So if you haven't watched my first explanation on Factorial, please kindly pause this video right now and go back and watch it so that you will have more and better understanding on this. So now let's see, we are asking four questions and we are asked to express in factorial notations. No, factorial notation is always with a symbol of, let me just say something like this. This is a symbol for factorial, right? So it's very simple. First thing you need to know here is that you need to understand ascending and also descending order of an integer. Now look at this. The highest value here that we have is actually 8, right? And if 8 is a number n, right? The increasing number of 8 is going to be what? Let's say n is at the middle. The decreasing order is going to be what? N minus 1, right? N minus 2, then n minus 3, blah blah blah. That will be the decreasing order. The what of the increasing order? The increasing order is going to be what? That's n plus 1, n plus 2, right? N plus 3, then blah blah blah. Anyhow. So in this case now, this is actually a multiple, right? This is a multiple exactly. So what happens here is that this is actually n plus 0, and n plus 0 is actually what? N. So what happens is that here, whenever I say this is going to be what? N factorial, because factorial represents the multiple of all the number that are below the integer n. That's n factorial. So in this case now, if you want to talk about everything entirely, we are going to say this is what? This is n plus 3 factorial. Everything entirely, this is n plus 3 factorial. But starting from this n, this is n factorial. What of this? This is actually n plus 1 factorial. These are the integer below n plus 1 factorial. Now look at this. The first question we are given here, we are asked to find the factorial notation for 8 multiplied by 7 multiplied by 6 multiplied by what? 5. So what you need to understand is that at first, what are the what if this is the highest number, right? What is 8 factorial? If you are given 8 factorial, 8 factorial is actually 8 multiplied by 7 multiplied by 6 multiplied by 5, right? Then multiplied by 4 multiplied by 3 multiplied by 2 multiplied by what? 1. Exactly. Then this is 8 factorial. Then these are the number that are below 5, because 5 is the only thing that is present here. But 4, 3, 2, and 1 is what is below 5. So you can simply say this 8 multiplied by 7 multiplied by 6 multiplied by 5 multiplied by 4. Then we can simply say let's divide everything here by what? By this value, which is 4 multiplied by 3 multiplied by 2 multiplied by 1. Then this is actually, everything here is what? 4 factorial. Right? So in this case, this 4 factorial, we cancel this 4 factorial, then you are left with what? With 8 times 7 times 5 times 6 times 5, brother. So here that means what? The factorial notation for what? For 8 multiplied by 7 multiplied by 6 multiplied by 5 is actually 8 factorial, and also what? Divided by 4 factorial. So this is the factorial notation for this expression. So now let's move to question 2. Question 2 says we have to what? N plus 3, right? Then n plus 2, and also this is what? N plus 1. So you take a look at this very well. This is actually n factorial, right? So n plus 3 factorial, right? So if you look at this very well, we have n plus 3 at this side, then n plus 2, n plus 1. So you can simply say everything here, let's just be what? N plus 3 factorial, right? N plus 3 factorial, which is equals to what? N plus 3, n plus 2, n plus 1. Then what's the next thing? That's what? N factorial. Exactly. So now we can now say divide by what? By, here we are dividing by what? By n factorial. Since n factorial, and what's n factorial? You cannot recall. From this side, everything you are looking here, everything here is your n factorial. So you can simply divide it by what? By n factorial. So this, we cancel this out. Then that means n plus 3 factorial divided by what? N factorial is the factorial notation for n plus 3, right? Then n plus 2, and also what? N plus 1. So that's just it. It's very simple. You just need to check the next thing. What's the next number that is below? Then you add it. After adding it, then you cancel it out. You divide it again. This cancel this, right? Then you have everything here to go to the factorial notation of this expression. Now let's move to the third question. The third question in this case is actually, I think that's n minus 2. Yes, exactly. Then n minus 3 and also what? N minus 4. So in this case, if you look at this very well, the highest value here is what? Is N minus 2, right? So N minus 2 is the highest value, because if N is equals to 8, 8 minus 2 is what? Is 6, right? 8 minus 3 is what? That's actually 5. 8 minus 4 is what? That's 4. So the highest value here is what? Is 6. That means N minus 2 is what? Is the highest value. So now what we're going to do is that, so this one is going to be N minus 2 factorial, right? So an N minus 2 factorial is the same thing as what? As N minus 2, N minus 3, then N minus 4. Then what's going to follow? Exactly, N minus 5. Yeah, good. Then what's going to follow? Exactly, that's N minus 6. Let's just say we have factorial here. Hope you guys are following this. So then all divide, let's divide this by what? All divided by. So now what do we want to eliminate? We want to eliminate N minus 5 and also N minus 6. So here we're going to have what? N minus 5, right? And also what? N minus 6 factorial. Exactly. So you can simply divide this by what? By N minus 5 factorial. So this, we cancel this out. Then simply we have it what? N minus 2 factorial divided by what? N minus 5 factorial. And don't forget, this will include, I've put factorial here. I'm supposed to put plus some other times, then I simply short it to what? To factorial. Once I put factorial, then it means I'm still talking about number that are below N minus 6. You understand now? So in this case, N minus 5 is higher than what? N minus 6. So that's why I put factorial here. So everything here means N minus 5 factorial, not N minus 6 factorial. Since N minus 6 factorial can be found in N minus 5 factorial, so I simply use N minus 5 instead of using N minus 6. Hope you guys get the trick. So that's just it. So this is a factorial expression for what? For this form. So that's it. So I think we have one more question. Exactly, we have one more question. So the last question we are having here is just 30 multiplied by 29 multiplied by 28 multiplied by 27, right? Then multiplied by 26 multiplied by 25. So we are asked to find the factorial expression for this form. So it's very simple. This is the highest number here, then you call it 30 factorial, right? So if 30 factorial, then that means you are going to end everything here as well. Just add more value, or let me say more integer here. Adding more integer here, you are going to have it to be what? You are going to have it to be multiplied by, that's actually 24, then followed by what? 23, right? Then followed by what? Followed by 22 factorial. Now putting factorial means that I'm still talking about some numbers that are below 22. So now what's happening is that I'm going to divide all this. I'll divide all this by what? By exactly everything in red, because everything in red is not part of what I'm asked to find. Here it's stop as what? 25. Then I'm going to put down, let me just use the red pen. I'm going to put down 24 multiplied by 23 multiplied by what? 22 factorial. So simply everything here represents, the highest value here is what? 24. This is simply 24 factorial, right? So here I can simply say this is 30 factorial divided by what? 24 factorial. This cancel everything here, cancel everything here. So 30 factorial divided by 24 factorial is simply 30 multiplied by what? 29 multiplied by 28 multiplied by 27 multiplied by 26 multiplied by what? 25. And that's it. That's just it. That's the answer. So if you guys find this video really helpful and you find it understandable exactly, just please kindly click on the subscription button, and don't forget to share the video with your friends. Thanks for watching.